Right, this is Tom reporting for Livemusic. I'm here with the wonderful talents of Erin, Kate and Tash in the Livemusic headquarters. Say hello.
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 Right, so for the benefit of our readers who haven't heard of you before, could you do a little bit to tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from, what you do, and why?
My name's Erin. I'm originally from Texas. I've been living in London for about 17 years, and I started playing music about 2 years ago. Met Tash through an ad that I placed in an alleyway in Denmark Street, looking for any musician, and met Tash. You want to talk about Tash?
Yeah, Tash, I came here to study, but after I graduated, I kind of wanted a job, so I went looking for a job in an alleyway, and I found Erin. Yeah.
Sense.
That's quite an interesting meet. So how did that transition from, being strangers to musical allies work out?
Roommates.
And then enemies.
Oh, very quickly is the answer, I think.
So how did that go? Did it work kind of seamlessly, or were there ups and downs?
Yeah, I think, the second I got your email, I instantly liked what she did, so we met up right away. Actually, we worked, I was going away, I think, that week, so we were working via email, writing songs, and eventually Tash moved in.
It was like a few months after.
It was a few months after. Yeah, that's true, there were a few months between them.
Yeah.
And lived on the couch for a year. And
so it was quick, but not without ups and downs, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
I read earlier that the new bands editor Paul Lester from The Guardian described you as nice girls on his new Bands of the Day slot, but then he went on to describe the kind of darker undertones in your music. So could you sum up these two sides to what you do?
Well, I think, for example, I draw a lot of pandas, like on our single, but I don't know. We have really dark humor and kind of controversial stuff sometimes.
I think presented in a kind of cute way often, right?
Yeah, it's kind of like an angel devil thing.
Yeah.
And she's kind of the provocative one, maybe.
Okay.
Oh.
So on the surface, it seems like a nice kind of cutesy package, but the intention is that if you listen a little deeper, there's more going on.
Yeah, there's sometimes subversive lyrics, but I think that, the whole thing is about being honest with what we write. I don't think it's like we set out to do that with every song. I think that there's some songs that are very straightforward. They're not, there isn't that underlining.
No, but some, like the Cupcake song, has a lot of like double entendres.
Yeah, or I just ate shit. That's not really.
Well, it's good. You can get it on the radio, like the Cupcake song, but still be dirty.
All right, tell us about Coins, which is your latest single.
Yeah.
And how did the launch go, and what inspired it to be, why did you choose that one specifically?
We chose Coins, I think, mostly because it was picked up by Hugh Stevens on the radio, and people seem to really like it. So, and it seems like a more commercial track of what we do. It's been produced quite a bit more than the other songs that we have. That's our first single. The launch is this Thursday, and I'm hoping it goes well. It's our first time releasing anything, and it's a self-release. So we're basically just seeing what we can get from that.
So I saw on the back of the case that it's limited to 500 copies, and linked to the pandas you draw. It's a very kind of homemade kind of ethos. Is that something that you're kind of actively pursuing?
Yeah, I think it comes naturally, and I don't mind stamping 500 of these and writing the numbers of all of them, but no more than 500, I think.
Nice.
That's why I think like all the CDs we sell at gigs so far have been homemade, as well, and all the track lists written out. So
all by hand, yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't look great. Like, I don't draw very well, but I think people like it because I try.
It's the most important thing.
She can only draw on the iPhone app as well, yeah. Which I find interesting. Every single part of every one of our CDs is all made. All the artwork is all made through the iPhone, which is.
I didn't even know there was an app.
Oh yeah, I can't really plug it on here, maybe, but.
Well, let's talk about inspirations.
Okay.
So I don't know, list 3 each, your hottest inspirations musically.
Oh, like musicians.
Sure.
Sorry. God, I always have trouble answering this. I think I grew up listening to a lot of 60s music. I think so did Tash. Through our parents. Yeah. My favorite band is the Rolling Stones, but I wouldn't say that really comes through in the music so much. I think the most obvious reference is probably bands that are in the anti-folk scene, like the Moldy Peaches, Kimmy Dawson, obviously, and Jeff Lewis and people like that, you know, who are doing that kind of playful music, but they have the same kind of, I guess, subversive lyrics that we sort of do as well.
I think that was more than 3.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Can I give a list?
But you haven't given any. You haven't given any. Go ahead.
I think like 60s folk pop, so maybe the Mamas and the Papas, the Carpenters, and then 90s rock chicks. Maybe like Fiona Apple, that's my 3rd.
It's a good list, a strong list.
I can count.
All right, just to kind of finalize things, sum things up, is there anything that you would like to push, plug, throw in our readers' faces?
I guess our single, Coins, and also we're going to have an album coming out in March, like around March 1st. That'll be our first album, so.
Does that have a title yet?
No, but we take suggestions, really.
Yeah. I haven't even thought about that. No, it doesn't have a title.
Or a cover or anything.
No, it
A
doesn't.
track list, so.
Well, you've got a few months. You're good.
We like suggestions. We always listen to fans, Facebook friends' feedback. So, yeah, but we have some time to decide that.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for your time. I think we're off to do a live performance now, so hold tight.